So today we're going to be making a sweet potato turkey meatball soup. The ingredients we need is some ground turkey, 1 egg, about a tablespoon and a half of parsley, 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds, about 50 grams of arugula, 2 pounds of sweet potatoes, and any type of seasonings you like. For me, I have some garlic salt, black pepper, and paprika. For the first thing, you're going to want to put your seasonings on the ground meat. Just a little bit, just so it's kind of covered. Then you're going to want to add your egg, your parsley, and then your hemp seeds. You can also have breadcrumbs or any type of seed, but I prefer to go gluten-free. And just mix it all together. You're going to want to mix it until everything's kind of evenly distributed throughout the ground meat. And then we'll start forming them into meatballs. Alright, so now we're going to form the meat into meatballs. You can form them any size that you want. I'm going to go a little smaller today. Single bite size. Really simple stuff. You're going to want to do this until obviously all the meat's done. And then we'll move on to the potatoes after. Chop these up into quarters. Alright, so what you want to do now is you want to put your potatoes in a large enough bowl so they all fit, and then you just want to fill it up with water so the potatoes are floating in water, kind of like this. And all you're going to do is now put it on the pan, put the temperature at high, and we're just going to wait for it to boil. So now that it's boiling, we're going to bring that temperature down to about a 2 out of 10, and we're going to let that simmer for about 20-25 minutes with the lid on it. Alright, so the potatoes are ready. It took about 20 minutes, and an easy way to find out that they're ready is you just grab a toothpick, and you should be able to poke it straight through a potato with no real resistance. It should just go straight through easily. Alright, so now we're going to grab a spoon with some slits in it, a large bowl. Don't worry, I washed it. People are all afraid of red meat poisoning or whatnot. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. Just put them all in, and we'll get to mashing. Alright, so now we're going to mash them. It's an easy way to mash them. You can get a potato masher, you can use a fork, but just to make it nice and quick, I'm going to use a potato masher. You can season it before you mash it, but I prefer to season it when it's in soup form. That's just me. So mash it until it's all nice and creamy. Now, we're going to transfer it back to the bowl. Get it all. Alright, so now the tricky part is we're going to add some water to it. And this is kind of a slow process just because, there's no real certain amount you want to put in. It really depends on the consistency you like. I like to get mine a medium consistency, so not too thick, not too thin. So I'm just going to slowly add a little bit of water, stop. Then I'm just going to mix it in, see how it comes out. I'm going to add some more water. That should be pretty good right there. This would be a lot easier. And all we're gonna do is put it back on the stove. And one more thing I kind of forgot. You can add butter or coconut oil. I prefer those two over anything else, just because it's got a little thicker consistency again. It gives it some more flavor as well. Olive oil for a potato soup, I don't think it really goes that well. So 1 tablespoon of butter, preferably coconut oil for me at least would be number 2. And we're just going to add that in. And now we're going to season it. Again, I'm just going to make it nice and easy. Garlic salt, some black pepper, and that's all I'm going to do for this. Now we're going to turn it on, put it about medium temperature, then mix it all in so the butter's nice and melted. And then we're just going to wait for it to boil. Again with the lid on. Okay, so now you can see it's boiling. I'm going to be adding the turkey meatballs one at a time. Shit! You might want to turn it down before you put them in. No, that's just going crazy. It's attacking me. That's okay, we're okay. The cameraman thinks it's funny. So now I'm going to add the arugula. You can add this in now, or you can add it in just when you're about to serve it. The difference is that if you add it in now, the flavor of the arugula goes more so into the soup, but if you're going to add it in later, the leaves will still have most of the flavor. I just prefer to have all the flavor in the soup. So we're going to add that in. Now we're going to mix it around. Now we're going to let it simmer for at least about an hour. Or at least until the meatballs are cooked. And then the longer you have it simmered, the more flavor that's going to be going into the potato soup. So it's been about an hour and 15 minutes, and everything's coming along nicely. Meatballs are nice and cooked. If you give this a nice taste, all the flavors are mixed in with the potatoes, so it's ready to go. So I hope you guys end up making this recipe, and if you do, please leave a comment below to letting me know what you think of it. Maybe I can add some more things to it, make it even better. But anyways, the macronutrients, the recipe ingredients used are all going to be listed on my Facebook page, so please check that out when you have the chance. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and also share with your friends. That'd be awesome. But I've done enough talking. It's time for me to eat. Awesome, guys.